Hello and welcome to another episode of Chaos at London. This is Mage Edition. We are going to be doing some meetup at the motherfucking Belladonna Bakery, and shit's gonna be dope. Spirits are gonna be discussed with. Someone's coming out of hiding for the second time this evening, since you haven't seen earlier. I'm gonna let people introduce themselves, and I will be right at the bank.
Thank you. Alright, shot number whatever.
I don't care who intros in what order, although it makes sense if Kimmel's first since it's her bakery.
It is my bakery. So, Lily sent out notes or texts or whatever, and it's just like, hey, I'm gonna see what's going on with Umbra. And I'll probably summon a spirit to help us with that. And anybody wants to show up, we'll have the spirit help us get you in.
Well, you would probably have given that to Hannah, since like under her, like the food she ordered at the bakery, reading some stuff. So when you give it to her, and she kind of looks down and reads it, and looks at you, and just says, "Well, sure, I'm game. I want to learn more about spirits."
All right.
Eli will text back, "Be there in a second." Don't know how, but it actually comes off as reading like that.
There's a little squiggly line that Tiger does.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you need to learn how to do that, I'm sure either myself or Joey could teach you. You probably know how to make it sound like a sing-song voice in text.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, see.
Prosperity's just going to kind of wander into the shop. Like, she didn't get Kim's character. I'm really blanking on your character's name, Kim. I'm sorry.
Lily.
Lily. That was a really hard sentence to get out with Kim and character right after each other. But she didn't even get like the message from Lily. She just kind of wanders in, just kind of seemingly off in her own world, just wondering and looking at all the cupcakes and everything.
She'll give you a note with whatever you order.
Okay, she'll read the note and then just kind of stand up and like walk over to Lily and just wait, just humming under her breath really quietly.
Alrighty, so, Jesus, drunk me stutters. She's going to lead whoever shows up into like this small back room that's just like safe to talk and whatnot. Gonna lead you guys there. She's gonna say, wait here. I am going to go into my sanctum and start doing a summoning spell.
What spirit are you planning to summon exactly?
The one that I saved from getting assassinated. Eitri. He is currently wielding Mjolnir, and also I want to check on how he's doing. He's kind of had a rough week.
Well, before you summon him, shouldn't we like make sure that he doesn't get assassinated? Like, we should fortify or something like that, right?
This is they warded the place, right? It's warded, or the building's warded.
Okay. I just wouldn't, it would be such a bad thing, if he like showed up and just got speared like almost happened last time. That would be a real shame,
Yeah.
Yeah, I never know who's watching these days, or who can, throw a spear through a wall.
I'm not high, I promise.
Yeah, that was a strange moment.
So she'll look to the two of you, to Eli and Prosperity. She's met Lily before, but she'll say, "So who are you two? I haven't met you two before."
Oh, I'm Eli. Hi.
Hi, Eli. I'm Hannah. And she'll look over to Prosperity. And you?
No, you can call me Prosperity. You know, it works. And she gives kind of like a half smile. She's just humming. It goes back to humming under her breath.
Well, good to meet you two. You didn't tell me about these two, Lily?
I'm sorry, what?
You
I
didn't tell
wasn't
me.
paying
She'll just kind of just wave her hand. Just say, never mind. Don't worry about it. So she'll I'm actually going to. God, it's so nice to have 3 dice. Tiger, I'm gonna quickly do while Lily's getting everything prepared to summon the spirit. She's gonna I'm gonna activate Aura Sight at the very least.
Yeah, I'm gonna activate Spirit Sight.
Can you use meditation to help me?
Sounds good.
So, are you using mind or prime for spirit sight? Or not spirit sight? Aura sight.
I'm using mind.
Okay, because I have the mind shield up, Tiger. Would that affect that?
Probably.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Lily is going to Google what the Morse symbol for Etreus
Okay.
and arrange her symbol in crystals.
Give me an intelligence research.
Intelligence research. I think I forgot research on my sheet.
Well,
How about investigation? Because internet investigation is a thing.
sure. Let me plus on it.
Oh, 2 successes.
So you don't get the one for the Marvel Comics version. But you get the actual.
Nice. Does that drop my diff?
Yes. Hold on for that one.
It does that minus difficulty stage throughout the ritual test. Alright. 3. 6 total.
Yeah.
7.
Are you putting on Spirit Sight or Aura Sight? Because they are different.
Me? I'm putting up Spirit Sight.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. So for Adam's clarification, Hannah will look at the others, presumably. Eli definitely mage, because I don't. Wait, does Eli have a mind shield up?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Tiger, remember that monster?
Yes, that's right. That is right.
Unfortunately, I forgot the blue book one, so for now, Hannah doesn't actually have one.
Okay.
7. 7.
Just gonna check to the 6.
Oh, well, then I dodged.
Okay, so you cannot continue to roll.
Or 6 successes.
You can
Oh, no, 7. 7 successes.
So,
I do not, but I do have an offering of 10 tap.
okay, that's fine. So, Hannah will look around, get stonewalled by both Prosperity and Eli. See that Lily is a mage, assuming she does not know that already. How's Lily feeling right now?
Before she goes upstairs and does the summoning,
Yes.
she's actually kind of excited. We're ready to get this rolling, and Itri is her friend. Like, she thinks so.
So there you go, excited from Lily. Nothing from the others.
That's fair enough. She probably assumes that they have a mind shield.
And if you look at Lily's husband, who is currently running the shop, he's a very large, burly man. If you've seen Fullmetal Alchemist, think Zuni Curtis's husband. He has a very, very bright aura. It doesn't look awakened, it's just very bright.
It's very bright. Can I make a
Come
like
on,
intelligence esoterica roll to know what that might mean?
Sure.
Okay.
I fell over.
I got a 9, a 1, a 7, and a 6.
Okay, it just beat to 6, so you got 2. So you have heard through your studies, or read in your studies rather, along with probably your daughter mentioned it, along with Jason on a few occasions. There are some individuals with what is often referred to as a burning aura. I trust you know what that means out of character.
I actually don't. I don't know actually what the difference between a burning aura and a normal aura is.
It's basically the burning aura. It's in book.
Oh, the merit. Right. I got you. I remember now. Interesting.
Yes.
Alright, so she is going to tell you guys, I'm going up to my sanctum to cast the ritual to bring forth Eitri.
She's bringing down a tree with her.
True. Oh.
Eitri the spirit.
Sorry, I thought you said a tree. Okay.
That's okay, I'm a little bit,
She's slurring her words because she's also drunk.
Don't worry about it. So she'll observe and actually take some notes on what Lily's doing, trying to examine what she's up to and how to summon this thing.
well, see, her sanctum is in a private room, and she was leaving you guys down here while she goes upstairs to do summoning.
Oh,
Like,
she does the
she's
summoning.
okay with you coming up and watching. It's just she's doing it
Oh.
in her sanctum. Is why she's a little.
Okay, so she doesn't. If it's her sanctum, she doesn't go in there. I thought you were actually doing it in front of us, so never mind. So she'll actually stay here.
Eli will actually ask permission to watch.
Thumbs up. You're allowed to watch.
He will stand as far away from her summoning circle or whatever as he can while being able to watch.
It is an ebony altar with like 4 different posts. And what she does for the ritual, she actually arranges the crystals and the symbol of Eitri. And like she actually has her own room for it. So like you could stand outside the room and look into her sanctum.
Okay.
So that's no problem. What she would call out to him is inviting him to come forth, that she has a gift for him and would like to.
Okay.
She would have, and you know what? She just have a bowl of quince sitting right there.
Well, after a little bit stocky looking, pretty large dwarf, blue dwarf, will appear with those who have their spears side up. I'll just kind of, you'll see him kind of like scratch his head a bit, and he'll say something, but because your hearing is not transcribed into the Umber, you won't hear it.
Give me a second, and I'm going to roll Arity to
Do that.
Yes. Could I hear it or no?
Oh God,
Yeah, you'd be able to hear it.
that's not right.
He'll just kind of grumbling and being like, yeah, what do you want?
She summoned it up in her sanctum, right? And but me and Prosperity are downstairs, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I wouldn't see it.
Unless you guys are watching from the window, that's
Okay, good. 2 successes. Her to affect for the durations.
Fine. He'll just kind of like look at you and kind of give a thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay. He will again grumble. What do you want?
Somebody's a little grumpy today. Maybe a snack would help. And she gestures towards the bowl.
He'll take it, scoop a hand down. That's better.
That's good.
How can I help?
Well, I wanted to see how you're doing
I'm alright.
after the assassination attempt and whatnot.
No, I'm alright. What happens?
So friends and I were wanting to take a look around in the Umbra.
Okay.
I can get there myself, but being as powerful as you might be able to help those who cannot cross over by themselves. You wouldn't mind.
Normally I'd ask a favor, but you did kind of save my life, so I guess.
Oh, I knew you liked me.
Who you're from? I see one from here.
The two others are downstairs, so.
I ain't got all day.
Well, Eli, let's go downstairs. And she loops her arm through Ichi's arm and leads him downstairs to where friends are waiting.
So you'll loop and you'll start walking and your arm will go through this because you're not in the Ember and he is.
She,
He's not manifested.
so, we get downstairs. Alright, so who can't get into the Umbra by themselves?
Eli
will-
raises his hand.
And then we'll raise her hand up to her face.
Prosperity will just say, I can't.
Oh Lord.
Oh, Lord, indeed. You sure this is a good idea? She says.
I gotta help.
Okay.
She'll say, hey, how much you want to help them cross over?
You already saved my life. I said I'd let you guys know.
I was gonna give you.
Now, would you
or
be able to
quit-
get us? She'll say, "Now will we be able to come back?" Is the question.
You're a smart one. I like you.
Oh, hey, what, he's not manifested, so I can't see him, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, so like, Billy can hear this stuff, but he's just assuming you can hear him.
Out of character, I've learned this lesson the hard way.
Yeah, exactly.
Eli will translate for those who can't see him.
She says, "Well, I appreciate that," and she'll nod wherever she was gestured to where the spirit was, and she'll actually say an Enochian blessings onto you.
You will respond in Enochian with and to you.
The spirit's
Is
going
that
to
not like a Catholic thing? Our character?
Enochian?
No, the
Oh,
blessings onto you.
Well, I would think that she would find a phrase in Enochian that meant more like, I hope you're doing okay. Basically, is like
Yeah,
have a good one. Wish you luck.
for sure.
She's not well, I mean, she was religious. She's a hermetic, but
She'll say, I'm not expecting a free ride, so let me know what you want.
We'll think for a minute. Where do you want to go exactly?
So I have a feeling Ragnarok is getting all warmed up.
Warmed up with not a proper term, but come on.
I feel like what do you guys think? Hi, Umbra?
she says, "Well, that seems to be a good place for our kind, so I'm told."
Hey, Tiger.
Yeah.
I have the locked Vidare flaw.
What is the Vidari that you are locked into?
The Vidare Astral.
Which would be the High Umbra, if I'm remembering right.
Yep, the Vidar, Astral's the High Umbra.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't go into the High Umbra. Just means you have a hard time seeing the Umbra any other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're in the Penumbra, you'll pretty much always see it as the High Umbra. You'll never see the middle Penumbra or the low Penumbra.
Hmm.
Tiger,
Yeah.
is that where I need to go to find the stuff that I'm looking for?
More than likely.
All right.
Generally, like the various pantheons and whatnot reside in the High Umbra.
And pretty much any kind of idea you can think of out of character. It's the realm of ideas.
Oh, she'll come up. Honey, would you grab that barrel mead that I've been working on?
Everyone will then see the large burly man who's typically manning the shop downstairs, walk in with a barrel of mead tucked under one arm.
Thank you, and she'll give me a kiss.
Going on an adventure again?
Yeah, it's the first time I've gone to a high number, so
I'm back in time for dinner.
I'll try my best.
I walked out. Look, if y'all are going to the High Umbra, Astral, only thing I'll ask, stop by Bilskinar, or just tell her I want in, convince her to let me.
Talk out of character. I actually didn't hear. Who does he want us to talk to?
Sif. Isn't she like a Valkyrie?
Sif?
Yes.
Yeah, Sif, S-I-F.
Okay, so Thor's husband, Thor's wife.
I mean,
Thor's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Thor's widow. That's probably the most accurate way to put it. He's not a bad
Out of character, when did the spirit recognize Hannah? Because then she with Lily, like it's the same blue spirit from that star.
Yes, I completely forgot about that.
So she gave him with like a mead bottle and it had quintessence in it, and she wrapped it up
Yeah.
and like,
Yeah.
and it got really big.
Yeah. He's looking a little bigger now. He's also holding a short-handled hammer that looks very heavy.
Tiger, just so you know, Eli is carrying 2 flasks in his special pockets in his suit.
Gotcha.
I can't hear the spirits, so I just kind of look at the others and just kind of follow their lead.
Wait, Eli is going to look at Sif. Isn't she a Valkyrie?
No.
No. Oh.
What is Sif?
Sif is a goddess of ability. Goddess associated with Earth.
So yeah, fertility. Yeah.
She may be associated with fertility, family, wedlock, and or connected to as in the wood.
That's what she said.
Hey.
Hey.
Let's see if we can find a Valkyrie while we're out there too.
Why do you need to find a Valkyrie? Are you wanting to settle down, Eli?
I think it's because of the thing that it is. Wood.
What? And
I
she
need
just
that.
kind of looks at Lily, looks at Eli, and says, "Don't settle down with the Valkyrie. It's not worth it. Even if they do eat your wood."
And Tiger,
God.
Tiger, for safety reasons, I'm spending a willpower point to negate my effects of the derangement for the scene.
Sorry, Eli. I did not mean to talk over you.
Huh? Sorry, what?
I didn't mean to talk over you earlier.
When?
Like just before Adam said his thing. Unless that was
Oh.
Adam speaking and I'm just drunk.
It was Adam. And then he finished his sentence after you got done talking.
Okay, sorry.
Couldn't be good.
I need to find a Valkyrie because I need to borrow something.
You know what? In this case, Hannah will be speaking some words in Enochian that the spirit will recognize, and basically she's asking she's basically asking her subconscious to let her see magic, i.e., I'm activating Prime Sight, Tiger.
Gotcha.
I'm going to use my esoteric specialty in Enochian to help me with this.
Sounds good.
So charisma and esoterica. Charisma, esoterica. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I'll allow charisma esoterica. That makes sense. For what you do.
I got 2 successes, which is enough. So 3d10. I got 1 success, so I'll maintain active concentration on it, so I don't have to put any duration points into it.
Sounds good. Okay. So you got your prime set up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. The people around you appear to be glowing due to essence and, effect on them.
Yeah. Basically, she's the intent behind it is to use it to more of a role play reason to get an excuse to buy up dots and cosmology and stuff like that when she goes into the Umbra.
Makes sense. I'm down.
Oh, how are you guys on Taz and Quint?
Says I got around. Not a lot, but I'm stocked.
I'm sorry. What? Quentin? What was the other one?
Yes. It's like Dross for changelings, but for mages. It's quintessence and physical objects.
Tiger knows why I chuckled about the Quint. Yeah, I am perfectly fine with the Quint.
Alright, so for Hannah and for Prosperity, she's gonna grab like 3 Taz each.
Thanks.
And then she's gonna grab another 10 to stuff in her own bag to offer some of it to Sif.
What form does the task take when she hands it to Prosperity?
Coin.
She's gonna take the coin and turn it over, and she's looking at it like really intently, like put it close to her eye to examine it and everything. And then she pockets it.
She doesn't bite it.
No.
And we'll put hers in the inner part of her jacket pocket. Her inner jacket.
So that is 16.
Alright. So Eitri will look at Lily. Nice. So your friends ready to go yet?
You guys good?
Yep.
She'll just give a thumbs up.
I'm ready.
Alright, so those who can see into the who will have their spirit sight up, will see Eitri raise the hammer with both hands, and he looks like he's struggling a little bit with it, like with the weight of it. And he'll slam it down on the ground in the Umbra, and everyone will hear a very loud crack boom of thunder as a gate opens, and everybody can now see him.
Prosperity's gonna literally dance through the gate and kiss Eitri on the cheek before she keeps walking through.
So what he did was he basically sundered the gauntlet, and now we're kind of inside.
Yes, there's now effectively a gate that you can step through. Until you step through that gate, you are not in the Umbra.
Okay, so she will step through.
All right.
Eli?
Eli is going to step through, but not a thanks to Eitri first.
She'll say, and she will look to Eitri, and she will say in Enochian, "Thank you," and give a nod.
You're welcome.
It's good to see you again. She'll also say.
Save her time and step through.
Now, I'm going to close this for now so we don't have any random bystanders passing through, getting lost.
Probably a good idea. Tiger, can I also mention something that's actually really cool in the book?
What's up?
Mages actually look really cool in the Umbra. Like a lot of their resonance starts to flare up, and they start to kind of look more like their magical nature. So I mean, people want to describe what they look like in the Umbra. It's up to Tiger if he's cool with that.
Yeah, man, go for it. Everybody can describe what they look like in the Ember. I was not aware of that, but I'm super down.
Yep. It's in section in the Umbra and the System and Drama section called Shining Ones.
So, Lily looks like a plant. She looks like a flower. Well,
Little Lily?
no.
What the fuck?
It's Belladonna Nightshade. She looks like Belladonna Nightshade.
Here, I'll copy and paste it. Hannah actually looks she looks a lot more translucent, and when looking at her, it kind of looks like her hair, like kind of looks like the picture on the Hangout. Like her hair kind of looks more translucent. It's like you're looking into a window into galaxies and stuff like that. Like, and her whole form just seems to kind of be like this shining blue phosphorescent substance that just kind of floats around her.
I have absolutely no idea what we're talking about at this moment, so
What's your character look like in the Ember?
I don't know.
What would be thematic?
Long, but there you go. Basically, your mage's resonance manifests more obviously in the Umbra. So, based on the kind of magic that they cast, it affects their kind of their being and how their magic kind of reflects off of them, kind of ambiently, and it becomes more obvious in the Umbra.
So, for example, since Eli is kind of a healer type character, you know, a lot of his like character growth, a lot of his character development and such has to do with him like becoming a better doctor and healer and whatnot. You could do something with that, like maybe he appears like a lot of life energy coming off of him.
Yeah.
A traveler looks like an exaggerated, idealized version of the person that, for better and worse, she is.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just bleeding life energy. I don't know.
So no pressure.
So when you look at Prosperity, she is faintly glowing and she has this very beatific smile on her face. And, you know, as she moves and her hair parts, you see her ears have this like very slight shining point to them. Like not like her ears physiologically change, but like there's a little point, like kind of glowing energy at the, pointing her ears. And, where she steps in the Umbra, like, little plants grow up just a little bit, very slowly around her. That's what she looks like in the Umbra.
That's that.
Awesome.
Now, is anybody attempting to conceal their true nature with magic?
No.
Nah, Hannah's just studying, using this as a learning opportunity. She's kind of I think this is her first time in the Umbra, so she's kind of reveling in it, like, oh, well, no, it wouldn't be her first time, but she always enjoys being in the Umbra regardless. So we'll play it off that way.
Okay.
So Lily, where are we off to? She'll say with kind of this echo to her voice.
We are going to follow Ichiri to his homeland. See what's going on there. And I'm going to help him with Sif. Aren't we?
What's the plan?
If we're going to his homeland, we should probably bundle up a little.
What's the weather like there, Eitri? She'll ask in Enochian.
He will go ahead and answer in plain English well, since Odin and Thor are dead, Thimble winters begin, so it's might be a bit frosty.
Good thing I always like to wear my jacket. She smiles.
Oh, and Baldur as well. I forgot that poor bastard died too.
Shall
Yeah,
I
he
just
died a worse way.
check her instruments here real quick?
With life, I have a weird question, Tiger. With life 3, could I literally just raise my natural internal body temperature to where I'd be comfortable in like a hot climate or a cold climate?
1 second.
Life 2, adapt to environment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was gonna say like I'm pretty cautious. I have a rope for that. Pretty sure it's life 2 of horses too, so you should be good.
So,
Okay.
she'll look at yeah, it'll take how much time? It's a novice,
What?
novice, and what's the sphere level called? She's gonna say it's gonna take the second level of life sphere to adapt to your environment.
I know.
I was just checking to make sure everybody's good with that.
Prosperity just beams at Lily, and then starts dancing. Just this really happy, like, you know how like Cinderella, or not, like actually Snow White dances in her movie, like that, the really floaty sort of happy dance. That's what she's doing for her focus.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay. Also, in case anybody was unaware, in the Umbra, I'm pretty sure it says in the book, if not, this is how I do it. It's everything's fucking coincidental. Because
yeah. If we're in the High Umbra, like, nothing's not coincidental.
yeah.
Alright, so 1 iteration for the scene 2.
And it's base diff 6 for a second level sphere, right?
5.
5.
5, okay.
I'm guessing I can't see the emotional state of spirits, can I, Tiger?
No.
So, okay, Hannah was just testing that out, so she'll turn off the aura sight.
Hmm.
And as they're traversing through the Umbra, and there's kind of this echoey footsteps slight echoey footsteps. No, actually, they wouldn't be echoey because she stealths a lot. Her feet are shockingly silent. We'll go with that. And she'll kind of whisper some words in Enochian and do these and rub her life tattoo on her forearm.
She's actually gonna stay behind long enough to make this a ritual. So.
Once again, use charisma and Enochian, huh?
Hours.
Yeah, fucking forever. I get what you're saying.
So this is going to be life 2.
So it starts at 5. You can wait 6 seconds. Lowers the diff by 2, and you will be rolling at difficulty 3.
You did a roll before that.
Yeah, you can use abilities to help enhance your magic, so that's what I've been doing. So each success reduces the magic diff by 1. So I'm at diff 3 for life 2, and basically I'm going to adapt myself to the environment. 2.
And then 3 into effect, or sorry, let me finish. Let me talk about it.
I'm gonna adapt to the environment, Tiger. 2 into effect, 1 to duration to last for the scene.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna put the 1 is for the scene. That was my question, was durations. So yeah. So she's gonna put 5 into the effect and 1 into duration.
Youth, everybody's pretty well adapted. So Eitri's just going to be like, alright now everybody, hang on, I'll get us there quick. And he'll hold out an arm to everyone.
He'll hold out
Prosperity.
an arm to everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, like her hand on his shoulder.
You're gonna need to hold on to the arm, dear.
Hannah
Yeah.
will grab onto the forearm and just hold on tight.
I will also.
Prosperity's gonna hold his hand.
We'll give a polite nod to Prosperity in response.
She's just very cheerily holding his hand. Sorry.
No, you're okay. He'll spin the hammer around, and you know, like we've all seen Thor movies. You guys know how he fucking flies. He doesn't fly. He just spins the hammer, throws it really hard, and then catches it. That's
Mhm.
basically what he's doing.
Whee!
Yeah. So,
Hannah's look like she's smiling like a fucking idiot right now. This is too fun. The perks of being a mage.
everybody goes flying with Tree. I'm not going to require strength rolls. He's helping out. He's helping you guys out a bit with this. But you start flying through the Umbra. Is anybody looking around as they're flying?
Yeah.
I am. I'm absolutely doing that.
Okay.
And
Can I get? So sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Tyga, and then I'll add what I was gonna add.
Okay, I was gonna say, can I get a perception alertness rolls from everybody?
What's the difference?
That's going to be 7, because you're flying at such a high speed. It's a little difficult to get a good eye on it.
I got 2 successes.
Does an uncanny insight apply?
Normally, no, but in this case, yes.
So, Prosperity, the song she's humming as they're flying is "I Believe I Can Fly."
I got one success.
You said perception alertness? Sorry?
Yes. Yeah, perception alertness difficulty 7.
So I got one success since I got 2 from the 10.
I also got 1 success.
Okay.
1 second. I got 2 successes.
Okay. So for our pair that got 1 success, you seem to be passing over different aspects of the High Umbra. You're not really sure what aspects they are, but you can assume that they probably belong to other pantheons besides the Aesir. For those with 2, you're able to recognize the Egyptian pantheon, whose name I'm not going to attempt to pronounce.
Niger.
Along with the Okami.
Just to keep something in mind, Tiger. Nah, don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I realize that's probably not how the book does it, but this is more fun, so fuck it.
It is. This is true. That's why I didn't want to ruin the fun, so I'm not going to be an asshole.
Oh, the Norse Pantheon, is it like an island or what's the thing look like as we're landing?
So as you guys land, he's taking you to the Norse Pantheon. It appears to be a fairly barren, kind of grove-looking area with a very large tree standing in the center of it.
Is it the light tree?
Give me a motherfucking intelligence botany
Or is it?
or
Wait a
intelligence
second. Oh, sorry.
either botany or esoterica. Both are applicable for this for reasons.
Keen Edge Mind work?
Keen-Edge Mind is totally applicable. What?
Difficulty?
6.
Book
I
learning?
think I got 1.
I got 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5.
All right.
Holy fuck.
So Hannah got 1. That's definitely an ash tree. It's pretty big. Then the next was 4, I think. Correct.
Scottish Fiend, yeah, Joey got 4.
Yeah. Okay. So after that, we got the ash tree, very large, of course. There appears to be If you kind of look at it closely, you can see various roots and branches reaching out to what appear to be other worlds. And it's pretty familiar enough that you can probably recognize this as Yggdrasil. 5 successes, that's definitely Yggdrasil. You get all the information as above.
Yggdrasil,
Wait,
that's
what's that? You mean the world? You mean that's the world tree?
Yes, Yggdrasil is the world tree.
not the life tree.
Correct.
Eli has a smile on his face now.
And as you land from the second route, you'll kind of hear a gnawing noise, and then a very large wormish dragon will kind of wrap around the tree several times over before looking at the group.
Curtis respectfully.
Eli's going to step back and go, "Holy shit!"
I'm almost tempted to do what Atreus did, but that sounds like a bad idea.
Why didn't
Move,
you
tag, oh, no.
The freaking dragon! Holy crap!
I'm back. I missed a bit because my internet crashed.
Oh, sorry about that.
Last thing I heard was the dragon was curling around the tree several times.
Yes, it's curling around the tree several times. It was gnawing on the second root of the tree, and whenever it stops curling around, it will kind of look at the rest of you.
And Eli stepped back and it went, "Holy crap! It's a dragon."
I think Hannah will just be kind of looking at it in awe and just almost with her other hand, like giving it a bit of a wave.
Hey, Tiger.
Yeah.
Can you guess what Prosperity's gonna do?
Oh no!
Or the kiss it?
No. Can I contact its mind with the Mind Sphere now that I'm in the Umber too?
I'll allow it.
This is probably a bad idea, but
I mean, probably, but you do you, homeboy.
she's just gonna take out her flask and down her special psychic drink, and and then take some time to meditate, like 6 seconds or so.
Okay.
That's 3 successes.
3 successes. All right.
Here we go.
So normally you'd have to roll against his willpower, but oddly enough, he does not seem to be resisting.
Oh dear.
I will need a willpower roll from you, Joey.
Here we go.
All of a sudden you hear a deep, bowing, primordial voice that echoes throughout your brain, and you explode.
I'm ready, Tiger. I'm ready to get my first arrangement. I felt this coming since that werewolf scene. 4 successes.
Alright, 4 successes. Okay, let me find this roll real quick. Terribly sorry.
I think it's like
shit.
difficulty
Something like that.
Oh, you said difficulty 8?
To resist psychic attacks, I'm guessing?
8. No, it's things men were not meant to know.
Yeah.
It's
I got
difficulty
two.
8 for sleepers, for what do you call it? For mages it's 6 or 7, typically. But it depends.
Let me find it. It's
Either
my
of-
favorite one.
Either of 2 or 4.
Okay. I think it is actually dependent on the amount of successes you get too, so I need to double check that.
Things man was not meant to know. Where was it?
I'm
It's in-
ready
it's
for
in
my
the
first
book
arrangement.
somewhere.
I
I'm
know.
ready.
Are you ready for your first 5 derangements?
And somehow there's an optional roll index.
Oh, don't worry. You get 1 derangement for every success you rolled. Congratulations.
Page 407.
Page
Hey.
407.
So while a normal mortal might have to roll against if 8 or 9, when he confronts cosmic abominations, a mage would roll against 6 or 7, maybe less. Some mysteries or acts remain so catastrophic to one's sanity that even the mage needs at least one success of difficulty 8 or 9, while the mortal must score 3 successes or more against the higher difficulty.
Okay. So yeah, you feel a very large, heavy force pushing against your brain as you try to mentally link up with this dragon before the link seems to be severed. Whether it's by the dragon or by your own preservation instinct, you can't tell.
She just says, huh, that's never happened before.
The hell did you do?
I wanted to
What's
talk
that?
to him.
There'll be a very deep growl from the dragon, and then Eitri will translate. But Needhog requests that you not do that again with things that you cannot comprehend the power of.
He tried to
he can
link up
talk?
with its mind?
Well, like, usually dragons can't talk, so.
He's speaking the lost language of. He's the last giant, correct?
No, that is something else. You're thinking of the Jormungandr.
Yes, I was. I'm drunk. Stop talking to me.
Eli is going to lean over to Eitri and go, one of the things that I am looking for to try to put together something for the fight against the sins that we're going up against is some wood from the world tree. I was hoping maybe I could negotiate for some of that.
You need a translator.
Yes, I would.
What are you willing to offer?
What are you looking for?
It's not what I'm looking for. It's what it's looking
Well, obviously, you would want something for your time for translating.
You guys are on a task by me. I'll translate for this.
Thank you very much. I will still owe you a favor, however.
That's your choice. Now, what are you willing to offer the fuck off huge dragon?
I don't know what I could offer. I've never.
He's gonna lean over. Quintessence is always a fan favorite.
I have an abundance of quintessence right now.
Think about what it might need. When I'm told of spirits, it's all about if you want it to help you, you find a way to make it help. You find a way to help it help you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've never run into a dragon, so I don't know how.
I'll sharpen its teeth. So when it chews on the world tree, his teeth don't dull.
But if you give
This
him
actually-
that, wouldn't you be helping let him eat the world tree? Isn't that kind of a bad thing?
No, him eating the world tree is a good thing because if he didn't keep it trimmed, it would consume the world.
It's
It
the
would destroy
concept.
it.
It's the concept of balance, life and destruction.
Well, yes, I'm quite aware of that. But if you give him something that makes him better at it, wouldn't that upset the balance?
Not necessarily.
Honestly, you know what he'd probably enjoy? It's just looking at the dragon. He'd probably enjoy some entertainment. It's got to be pretty fucking boring chewing on a tree for all eternity, if you think about it.
Well, it seems to give a nod.
To whose suggestion?
To Prosperities.
Alright.
Hmm.
Lily looks at Eli.
He is thinking.
Hannah's thinking too.
Entertainment.
Prosperity's gonna look to Eitri and say, he can understand. Well, she's gonna look at Dragon and say, "You can understand me, correct?"
It'll not.
How about I'll help him out with this one. How about a fellow Ravenna? But how would you like it if, with Eitri's help, I came here and read you a story every evening for a month? A different story each night.
We'll kind of cock its head as if it's considering, and close its eyes for a second, and then give a nod.
And she will look to Eli.
Don't forget to ask Aichu too. So say the prosperity.
She'll pop out one of the tasks and hand it over to Eitri.
We're good.
You'll
Does he
nod.
immediately eat it?
Yes. It's a little bigger.
You'll nod in agreement to this. Assuming I'm assuming that you mean that Eli is to come and tell the story. I'm assuming.
No, she'll do it.
No.
I mean, he's gonna owe her a favor for it, but she'll do it.
You'll agree to that.
And she says, "All right, I'll come by tomorrow evening. Start it tomorrow."
It'll nod again.
And she rubs her hands together. I know just what we'll start with.
Don't tell me Puff the Magic Dragon.
No, of course not. I'm starting him on Harry Potter. He'll love it.
To go to Puff the Magic Dragon at some point, though. He might enjoy that one.
So it'll start to growl again, and Eitri will say, it is doing this in a show of good faith. Should you renege on the deal, there will be consequences. And then you'll see it gnaw on the world tree a bit, and a chunk of wood will come flying off of it, small enough that someone could easily hold it while something big enough to say,
Hit somebody?
yeah, to hit somebody with it, will fly off and land before Eli.
Eli will kneel down and bow his head to the dragon in thanks and pick it up.
Looks like you got what you needed.
That's part one.
What's the rest of what you need?
Do you remember my mentioning the needing of meeting a Valkyrie?
Yeah, I remember you needed to meet one.
Yeah, that's part two.
Maybe. Well, she'll look to Lily and the gang and just say, "I'll follow your lead." And right now she has her notebook out and she's taking notes on the interaction with all the prime energy and how the magical effects are set up, and mostly cursory notes, not necessarily going into great detail because she doesn't want to, and she was almost displaying that intent, trying not to disrespect any of the other spirits and how their magic works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. Eitri is going to walk up to the tree. The Nidhogg will unwrap itself from the tree and go burrowing underneath the earth, and you'll hear that gnawing noise coming from beneath the earth again. I'll look, kind of squint up at the tree. I think it's that branch. I think that's the one we need.
That's where we'll find Sif.
She should be in Thor's Hall. Bilskiner. I believe that one leads to it.
Alrighty. I think I can see the.
Did I roll cosmology to double check his work?
If you'd like to.
Do I have?
Is he seeming a little drunk right now?
I hear it.
I'm
Eitri
rolling
isn't.
intelligence cosmology, if that's okay.
Or-
Yep, to
Difficulty?
navigate the high Ambra. That's it.
It'll be difficulty 7 because you're not super adjusted to the Niagara.
Okay. Book learning.
I have deep thoughts.
Deep thoughts? I'd allow it.
What are we rolling? Sorry.
Intelligence cosmology.
Unfortunately, just a
To
failure.
make sure it's the right branch.
Oh, wait, Tiger, do I get a -1 because of my prime site?
I'm gonna
Oh,
say no. Be more a spirit or a correspondence site.
That's fair. Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one left this all day. Let's see. Instead of I got 1, 2, 3 successes instead.
Okay. Does Prosperity have cosmology? That she'd like to-
I think she does.
Okay.
You
don't
know
have
what?
to
She'll
roll.
go ahead and she will.
Okay.
Yeah, I botched. Fuck.
Yeah, she'll roll it just in case.
Yeah, sounds good. Might as well.
It's so weird having a lot of knowledge on a character. 2 successes.
Adam, how many did you get again?
I just failed. I didn't get any.
I
Okay,
botched.
so Hannah has no clue. Both Lily and Prosperity are, yeah, they're pretty sure that's right. It's kind of weird, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Eli, no fucking way. That is not the right branch. That leads to fucking hell. Why would we go to hell? That's a terrible idea. We're trying to go to Biskinair. Meet Sif.
Oh.
When I say hell, I mean Helheim, not like the Judeo-Christian hell. Just in case anyone wasn't unclear.
Maybe the Judeo-Christian hell's all weird.
I'll be right back.
He goes to say something, but too many people seem to think that it's right, so he's just going to shut up.
Fair enough. Understandable.
When his thoughts are outnumbered
Are
3
you
to,
with somebody who's holding the number?
when he's outnumbered 3 to 1, he just going to take the shut up route.
Along the way, Hannah's gonna ask questions. Hopefully, ask some questions to Atri. She'll say, "So, is this the only court of the Aesir?"
As far as I'm aware. I mean, I'm sure there's other, there's other halls, of course, but as far as I'm aware, this is our only aspect of the... Well, you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying. How many are there? Are there even pantheons that humanity isn't aware of?
Probably. Actually, no. No, there shouldn't be.
Why is that?
I've been studying their lot quite a bit. You guys have some interesting inventions. And this place seems to be based on thoughts, I guess. Whether that's us influencing you or you influencing us, I'm not sure.
Probably a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B from at least my studies.
Possible.
I guess our thoughts bridge towards your thoughts and our thoughts bridge towards each other. Helping along the way, I suppose.
Possible.
So what's your relation to this place, Atri?
To the world tree?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't got much of one, to be honest. It's just how you get around our little realm, our little pocket, I guess.
Lily's gonna touch the tree. Does it start growing where she's touching it?
A little bit. And we'll bring that.
And Hannah's just getting all the lore. All lore.
All of the lore.
She'll simply look. She'll look around, see the trees, analyze the effects of what Prosperity and Lily are doing.
Lily's just touching the tree.
Yeah, but she has Prime Sight on, so she's like taking notes of how your essence kind of interacts with the essence of the court and how it's making.
Her essence is feeding the tree to get bigger.
Ooh. Probably on a very small scale.
Probably on a very small scale.
Like
yeah.
it's
a big
like
tree.
It's like a baby. Like you could probably carve off that chunk of wood and make a little baby tree if you wanted to. But Joey, it's just a metaphysical discussion as to whether the High Umbra affects humans or is influenced by them, or if it's both. Lily touched the tree and 10 little branches popped off the little baby branch. That's about it.
Okay.
Do you want to take something off the tree without Nidhogg's permission? She has enough sense to do that.
That's fair. Lay down.
Okay. I'm gonna move my stuff
I appreciate it.
here.
Oh. Okay. So he'll Eitri will he's going to have everyone stand around him.
Is it holding hands time again?
No.
Okay.
Sure, she'll say anything that we're supposed to do while we're standing here.
Just think stable thoughts.
Oh.
Well, is it more stable or stable as in stay?
Steady.
I have a pattern as avatar essence. Am I pretty good at thinking stable thoughts?
Oh, hell yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I will actually begin to meditate.
Can't roll willpower.
Sure.
I can roll willpower to think stable thoughts. Let's see this. There's no willpower. There is not my willpower.
I don't know if I have to roll willpower anymore at my level of willpower
It's
for stable thoughts.
because her pattern essence is primordial and her avatar is like constantly shifting and changing and shit.
Yeah.
So her avatar is
Primordial is
actively
more mystery. It's like you keep contemplating the mysteries, I guess. I mean, that's up to you, though.
Yeah, no.
But her avatar is actually constantly changing, though.
Yeah, like its influence will also be changing.
Yeah.
Because there's that kind of link.
Difficulty.
I have questing, so I guess it would just be it's balanced. So
Yeah, no, like if you have primordial or dynamic, then you'll need to roll something to do so. But if you have pattern or questing, you're all right.
all right. Well, Hannah, regardless, will attempt to meditate regardless, but I don't think I won't roll for it.
Her avatar is the goddesses of Morgana, or Morrigan, which is actually represented by 3 different goddesses.
3 too, dude.
So, fun stuff.
Yeah. So Eitri will throw the hammer up into the air, and it'll come crashing down. And a chunk of the earth beneath you will rise up from the impact. And he'll start grabbing people whenever it gets close enough and toss them at the branch and yell at them to hang on. So I'll need strength athletics checks from everybody.
Strength athletics? Oh, good.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Hey, everybody who took strength as a dump stat.
I have strength 1.
Yes.
So,
What's the
oh,
difficulty?
boy.
Tiger, important
Yeah.
question. Can I spend a willpower point on this?
I will allow whoever wants to spend a willpower on this.
I failed.
I'm spending a willpower.
I'm spending a willpower.
Oh my god! Oh, 3 dice. Oh, 3 dice, 3 successes.
Hannah needs to start working
Okay,
out.
I am going to spend willpower then.
Hannah's learned if you're going to explore the other worlds, you got to be swole.
Hell yeah.
2 successes.
You gotta be full, you gotta be strong.
Yeah, 1 success.
Oh,
2 successes.
I'm sorry, did you guys not know you were playing with me, who has strength as his favorite stat?
oh god, this is the one time 3 dice, 3 successes. Oh,
Nice.
no
I run
willpower.
mage.
I didn't even spend a willpower.
You didn't spend the willpower? Okay.
I did not.
Fair enough. So did everybody get at least one success, whether that was with willpower or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got one.
So yeah, you guys all cling on. Eitri raises his hand, the hammer comes flying into his hand as he reaches up with the other one and grabs onto the branch. Pulls himself up and starts pulling the rest of you up too.
Oh boy.
The deeper they go into the Hiram bird, do they more looking more like they're
No, it's not so much you're going deeper into it as you're entering different areas of it.
that's fair.
Like your brain might understand it as going deeper into it, but that's not how it actually is. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You can technically not go deeper into anything that is infinite.
Yes. Correct statement. An accurate one too.
Just like how you can't really go up, down, left, right, or anything like that. And nonsense.
Yeah. But
You're
yeah,
just kind of going somewhere.
just kind of going. So he's going to start walking further down the branch towards the end of it.
Eli will follow.
Yep, following.
What?
Hannah's just
Eitri is
trying
walking down the branch.
Hannah's just trying her hardest to hold on.
Does she have like little leaves popping up where she's walking?
Yeah, it's a pretty big branch. It's not difficult to keep your footing on it. Because the world tree's fucking huge. Goddamn.
Probably just see all sorts of spirits flying around, bounded. You'd see just the massive, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
He's leading you guys along. And as the branch continues to go and as you all continue to walk down it, it starts getting a lot chillier. A lot colder. It's a good thing you guys have that endure element thing of
Oh dear.
Life adaptation.
yeah, environment adaptation. Well, as you guys continue walking, eventually the wood of the branch gives way to a kind of stony, not really pavement, not really cobblestone either, but it definitely seems like somebody's come through here and I guess it's rocky. That'd be the best way to put it. My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
And there are cold winters. There are the occasional cracks of thunder in the sky above you, along with lightning strikes. Snow begins to fall heavily. Eitri seems unaffected, as do the rest of you. But he is holding up the hammer to kind of shield his eyes.
Hannah's kind of reveling in it. In fact, to help with the shielding of the eyes thing, Hannah will kind of take her wand out, her unique and personalized instrument, and just kind of twist it around in her hands and just say Enochian. She'll just say the Enochian word clarity, and basically it forces to effect to kind of make sure the ice doesn't hit everyone's eyes and stuff like that in an area around them.
So while Hannah's doing that, Prosperity's just gonna say to Eitri, should we be worried about roaming giant wolves or anything like that?
Not in this country. This was Cora's country.
Okay, I got, because it was a -2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 5 successes. I'm gonna put a duration. I'm gonna put 4 into effect, 1 into duration.
Okay, sounds good. shouldn't see any wolves.
And she'll just I'll just maintain concentration on it.
Okay, that's fine. He will lead you all through the snowy abyss. As I like to call it. And eventually, you've all seen, like in Skyrim, kind of like the halls of the Jarls, I think it is,
Mm-hmm.
the leaders. You'll see kind of the entry of one of those with genuine Norse runes along it, along with what appear to be two guardsmen standing outside with very large swords planted into the earth. And they look upon all of you passively, like they're just kind of daring you to try something.
The swords are.
The guardsmen. That's a valid question to ask, though, sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing, because in Mage the Ascension, you have to ask that question.
Sometimes.
Prosperity's just going to walk up and say, hello.
Greetings.
We're here to talk to Lady Sif. Is she around?
Yes, although she's requested no visitors.
We bring an offering and she'll kind of get the bag with the quintessence.
An offering of what?
Quintessence.
They'll look at each other. They look vaguely confused. Nitri will just kind of grumble and say, "You fucking morons." That makes us us. Spiritual essence, the spiritual power.
My Pata had a term for gnosis, is maybe a familiar term.
They'll look at each other again. They'll look at Hannah and say, "That does sound familiar." Then they'll look at Nitri. "Who are you to address us as fucking morons?" At which point, Eitri just raises his hand.
Prosperity is just going to kind of step in between the two, like the dude and Eitri, with her hands up, like towards each other, like, no, let's not be aggressive, or, all in good fun banter, that's what the British say.
There, just for clarification, because I don't know if I made it clear or not. There are two of them, but they are speaking in unison.
Okay, so she'll get in between the two of them and Eitri, and she has her hands up like on each side, like kind of in a peacemaker pose.
Gotcha. Sounds good.
And do you want me to roll anything to calm them down?
Do you want to give me a little bit of a charisma expression, maybe?
Okay, 2 questions. Does my calming presence spec apply?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
And does my regal bearing merit apply?
What book is that in again?
Book of Secrets, I believe.
Okay. Let me read the merit before I yay or nay that.
It's people defer to you as a reflex. Subtract -2 from the difficulty of your social trait rolls whenever you're trying to make an impression. And while certain folks want to take you down a few pegs on general principle, most people are inclined to respect you even if they don't necessarily like you.
Okay, yeah, that's fine then.
Awesome. And then charisma expression, you said?
Yes.
Perfect. 6. Was it standard diff?
Yeah.
Or 2 successes.
That's kind of disappointing with all those.
Right? I'm kind of really disappointed.
So everybody can kind of see, like, whenever Eitri is talking to them, their grips on their swords tightened a little bit. But then Prosperity kind of walks up and does her magic, and they seem to loosen them a little bit. They're still holding on to them, obviously, but they don't look ready to you know.
Hmm.
Take our heads.
Yeah, exactly. As I've claimed this hammer. They'll just kind of look at each other and stand to the side and allow entry.
Yeah. Let Prosperity will enter.
Eli will follow.
She'll follow Eitree's lead and kind of because she's not sure what the protocols are. Because as a hermetics, she's not sure what all the protocols are, and she knows it's important, so she'll just kind of follow Eitree's lead on what to do.
Actually, are you going to wait out here while we talk to Lady Sif, or are you going to come in with us?
He's just gonna walk in like he owns the place.
Alright, that answers my question.
Yeah.
Wait, is Eitri not following us then?
No, he is walking in like he owns the place.
Okay.
I think Hannah will probably show a little bit more respect than that.
Probably.
Eli
Yeah.
just follows.
And so he's going to go up. As you guys enter, I should probably describe what it looks like when you enter. There are a lot of tables, a lot of long tables. Plenty of warriors drinking, eating, making merry, the general thing. They all kind of look like what you would assume a miniature Thor would look like. Like Thor if he had a human, like,
Chris Evans. The Chris.
yeah, the Chris's, sure. I was trying to think of the word. Proportions. Thor if he
Gotcha.
had human proportions. That's the word. They're all just
Thor
kind of like,
benching 150 days.
sorry?
Thor benching only 150 days.
Yeah, exactly. They all kind of look up at you as everybody enters. And Eitri says, "Alright, lads. Where's Sif? Where can we find her? We have things to discuss." They all just kind of look at each other in unison and point at the door. And then Eitri will just kind of get behind the rest of you and just kind of shove the rest of you forward and say, "You guys got this, right?"
Out of
That is
character,
what you brought us here for.
real quick, out of character, I kind of like I kind of missed what we need to talk to Sif about.
He didn't tell us.
Yeah.
Yes, he wants to take Bilskinar, which is the hall you guys are in. But it's Thor's hall, and because he is dead and he was married to Sif, it's fallen to her, essentially.
So we got to make a deal so that Atri can have Volskanar, and he's kind of like a Thor-esque kind of dude.
He's a
Yeah,
dwarf.
like he was, as like an OC clarification, Eitri is one of the two dwarves that forged Mjolnir originally.
Ah,
Prosperity's gonna take the lead, entering the door.
I'll fall behind.
She has an idea.
So, well, everybody's coming in. She's gonna say, it's not gonna be a bad idea if we could take that barrel and meet that bird along and make some friends.
Hold on. I'll take that barrel. He's been carrying it this entire time. Retroactive. We'll kind of start handing goblets of meat out to random warriors sitting at the tables. Now, who all is going through the door?
Prosperity's
Lily will.
Eli is following Prosperity.
Yep, Prosperity's taking the lead, and then
Hannah will go in last.
So So you guys enter the door. It looks like
Hannah will actually be patient and actually will sit at the long tables with the Thors.
okay.
Baby source.
Baby Thors.
The
Hey,
baby
Thor.
Thors.
Wow, my source.
And she'll kind of wink to Atri.
He'll give a slightly confused wink back.
And she'll just kind of, sit down with the Thors, and she'll actually just try and, while they're in there talking to Sif, she's going to strike up a conversation with them and kind of ask about what's been going on here. And how have they been?
Okay. So we'll handle that first, and then we'll handle the Sif discussion.
Okay.
One of them will kind of look at Hannah and say, "Oh, it's been a little rough since Thor went missing now."
He went missing. I heard reports that he may have been killed. There's still hope, she'll say.
He'll scoff and say, "Do you really think anybody could kill Thor before the time of Ragnarok?"
She'll
Come on
shrug and
now.
she'll just say there are immense forces in the universe, but I always like to have a little bit of hope in my heart when news like that strikes.
Thor's a mighty warrior. There's not many that could kill him.
No, not many. So she'll look at it around. So I'll be honest, my knowledge of this place is a little bit lacking. Who are you guys exactly? You look very much like Thor.
Oh, we're followers of his that died long ago, and our devotion has taken on his appearance.
Interesting, she'll say. So, how's Lady Sif been doing? We were told that she didn't want to be disturbed.
Oh, it's been terrible. When she heard the news, oh, I lost a lot of good men that day. A lot of good. We'll kind of get that kind of far off look in his eyes as he starts draining the goblet in front of him very quickly.
She'll just kind of give a supportive nod and just say, I'm sorry. It must have been rough. Seems like a hard thing on everyone here. There's a bit of tension. I can feel it.
When our Lord goes missing and then some random dwarf shows up wielding what appears to be a weapon patterned after his, you can understand why people be a little upset.
Yeah. I don't blame him. Has Lady Sif been in that chamber for long, or does she come out? Or
She's been in there for quite a while now. We go and slip food under the door, but for all our strength, we're a little afraid to go knocking on her door.
you know what gets on her good side? What cheers her up?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Do you know what cheers her up? What might bring her up when she's down?
Not sure, honestly. Most of us didn't talk to her beforehand. We probably should have if we didn't anticipate this happening.
She'll inhale and say, well, you've already given food. Why don't we brainstorm together, maybe come up with something? And so we can transition over to the other guys here. Why don't I roll that, and then they can do their thing?
Yeah, something.
Okay. So what should I roll?
We'll say an intelligence spirit lore if you have it. If you don't, I'll allow cosmology at a difficulty of 7.
Okay. I'm just trying to check. I could have sworn I got Spirit Lore, but I guess I don't have it here, so yeah, that's fine. I'll roll Cosmology then.
And you can go ahead and feel free to extend that if you so wish. I'm gonna go ahead and transition to the others.
KK.
So as the rest of you steps through the door, it kind of looks like you guys have all been into a hotel hallway. I'm assuming you have the rows of doors, at the very end of it seems to be a very large, very I want to say like not like a royal looking door, but it's definitely larger. Looks like it leads into a more impressive place than the rest of them.
Lily's gonna hand off a huge mug of mead to Prosperity.
Okay, she'll take it. And then she'll just look at the doors. Are they marked with anything? Actually, sorry.
Oh, you go ahead.
Actually, what she's gonna do is she's going to pop Mind and Prime Sight to look at the resonances of each door to see if that can help her determine like which one they should be going towards.
Eli's just going to look at the rooms and use his intelligence esoteric that we discussed numerous times, Tiger, and see if he can't figure out the names and such.
Yeah, that's fair.
She's going to stand there. She's going to meditate and hum a mantra for about 6 seconds or so, with her eyes closed.
Looks like well, as much as 3 successes or as little as 2, depending on if keen-edged mind works. If keen-edged mind works, it's 3 successes.
Yeah, that'll work. We got 3 successes on Prime and Prime and Spirit, right?
I was using Prime and Mind. You should put 1 into duration and 2 into effect.
Sounds good. So yeah, most of the doors, the smaller doors, just like Barracks 1, Barracks 2, or the equivalent. And they kind of have that resonance of just like regular, like, warriors. But as you near the end, you'll see Eli will recognize the runes on the door as the Lord's resting chamber, and Prosperity, while she'll still see that kind of warlike resonance, that kind of bloodthirsty resonance, there will also be a stronger kind of pattern of fertility, of warmth, of growth coming from behind the door.
So she's just going to walk up to the door, knock very gently 3 times, and call out, "Lady Sif, we are here to make an offering."
The door will open, though no one stands behind it.
Yep, and she'll go through.
So, Lily.
Do you like going through?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys enter. You see a very beautiful woman. I believe, a very big, beautiful woman. We'll say that. Long blonde hair, and kind of a plain dress that seems to be shifting colors constantly. When I say big, I mean like she is trying to think of how to phrase this. I'm terribly
20
sorry.
feet tall.
Like like she's obviously very much physically larger than you guys, but also proportioned properly.
Gotcha. So almost like not quite a giant, but like she's larger than us in that sort of same way.
Yes.
Okay.
But also, and like you would expect a fertility goddess to be proportioned.
Okay, I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah, the alcohol is hitting, so I'm a little.
She thick.
She thick as fuck with 2 C's. Yes.
3.
3 C's.
And
C.
Prosperity's just going to approach and hold out the mug.
What's this?
An offering. And well, we bring news, Lady Sif.
What news is this, and who brings it?
And she'll kind of just straighten her back a little bit. I am the Magus Prosperity Hale, descended from what you would call the Alfar, and I bring news of Thor.
That'll definitely get her attention. I gotta use the restroom real quick, guys. So
I
y'all
gotcha.
can discuss amongst yourselves how you want this kind of, what your plan is for this discussion. And if you need to use the restroom, go for it.
I have a weird plan. It might work, or it might be weird and not really do much. But what are you guys planning?
So Prosperity is planning to fully capitalize on her Fey heritage and get not quite what Eitri wanted, but what he asked for. And she's basically going to see if Lady Sif will negotiate to sharing Liskner with him. He gets it during the winter year, or the winter months. She is, he's lord of it during that month. She's lord of it. She's lady of it during the summer months. And
Ragnarok has started, and winter lasts for years in that case.
Mhm. But I'm pretty sure the plot line is us going to try to avert Ragnarok because otherwise the game would end. So
I also have a possible ace up my sleeve.
To kind of help with the negotiations, almost what Hannah plans to do is almost start a little bit of a Viking hymn.
Mhm.
Where basically all the other Thors kind of do like this really soft humming hymn to kind of in support of their lady, and she's going to use forces to kind of
Propel the sound.
Not propel it, no. It's to kind of have the sound permeate throughout the halls and to create. And if the song is calming enough, she will it'll basically like reverberate throughout the halls, and maybe, I don't know, hopefully like the intent is to give Sif maybe like nostalgic memories and stuff like that. Maybe help her become in a better mood if all these little Thors, these Thors that kind of represent like followers to him, and maybe it'll
because Prosperity's thing,
an honorable challenge to combat. That's the words. That was really hard.
Prosperity's thing is she doesn't think Eitri needs to be the lord of this hall. She is on Sif's side in this. However, they were sent there to negotiate it. That's why she's kind of taking the Fey approach to this. Give him what he asked for, but not necessarily what he wanted. So, because she's not gonna get Lady Sif's house and her power taken away from her. She's not about that.
We're doing this basically for basically visiting the Umbra for having Eitri bring us into the Umbra. That's what we're That's why we're doing this, right?
Yes, and to get information on what's happening, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to create like the whole intent, I guess, is just to try and create an environment that's a lot less hostile and tense. That's more suitable for negotiating and people who are mourning. So if the little Thors that represent them, it might help Sif look back to old nice days. That's kind of the idea.
I do think Tiger is back though.
Yes, I am.
And so
Ian? Perfect. I was just about to ask. So yeah, we're ready for you if you're ready.
Okay.
I don't think we're really ready for him, what he's about to do to us, but
Power talk.
So what you're saying?
Kim also stepped away, so I'm gonna wait for her. She's also.
Okay.
We will resume.
Huh? Oh, I am digging this plot, by the way, Tiger. I am like super digging all the mythological stuff.
Dude,
It's like
fucking-
Scion. It's like Scion, but without the really complicated new rules that nobody knows yet.
Right? I'm glad you're enjoying
What he's really not telling us is this is another appearance of all the demons. But
No.
If I have to deal with more demons, I'm gonna fucking cry. Oh.
Hey, it's okay. The demons we have are the nice ones.
That's true.
This is true. They're the semi like all fucked up. That's what I like
These are
about
the-
demon is fuck man, we all fucked up. And Drake.
Alright.
Awesome.
I'm drunk.
We can tell, Kim.
Alright. Sorry. Alright, so alright. So I'm terribly sorry. Where did we leave off before I slipped away?
Last thing that was said was Prosperity said that she gave, she's Magus Prosperity Hail descended from the Alfar, and I have news of Thor, and that got her attention, and that's where we stopped.
Okay. She will respond by saying, "And what news is this?"
Prosperity will actually go kneel in front of her and hold up the mug and say, "You might want to take a drink of this first." And she's holding up the mug.
Do you want to give me a charisma expression?
Excellent.
Okay. Same questions as before.
Yes and yes.
Thank you. That is. Fuck. No successes. Are you fucking shitting me?
It's not bot.
So I'm
Wait,
fine.
no. One success. One success.
success.
It's step 4.
Step She looks fairly suspicious, but she'll take a sip from the goblet. Yeah, that's the word.
Mhm.
It's just really strong.
Mm. And as she takes the goblet from you, it was like regular size, like it was easy for you to hold it, but it seems to increase in size to be relative to her, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But she'll sip from it. Yeah. Yes. What is it?
And she'll stand up, back up a little bit first. She'll back up just a little bit and say, "From what I understand, Thor has been killed."
By who?
We do not know. Whatever it is hunting the Aesir, and I presume the Vanir. They've already killed Odin as well.
I'd heard rumors about Odin's demise. Sad to see that they are true.
Eli will speak up. From what I understand, only one aspect of Odin has perished.
What do you mean?
There's multiple aspects of Odin, and he's been spotted on other planes.
She'll take another sip from the meat. Could the same be said for Thor?
It's possible, I suppose. I don't know if there was. My apologies. I do not know the powers of either individual that well, so I do not know if perhaps Odin's power is greater and encompassed more planes than Thor could, but if they're similar power level, then perhaps it's possible.
Sure. We'll sit from the meet again. Is this the only reason that you all have come here?
Prosperity will sigh and say, "Unfortunately, it is not."
What
I
other
presume-
reason?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I presume you are already aware of the dwarf in your halls.
She'll look very angry for a second, and then with the utmost contempt that she can muster, respond with yes.
He has Mjolnir. He escaped with it to find us, and we have been sheltering him. He wishes. She's gonna kind of take a deep breath, and she's going to hold up her hands in like a prayer gesture and say, I wish to make clear, Lady Sif, I do not agree with him. But he wishes to claim ownership of this hall.
And what right does he claim?
I do not know what right he thinks to claim it by, other than he holds Mjolnir. He has called in favors, so to speak, in order to ask us to negotiate this with you.
Eli suddenly has a strange look on his face.
I'm gonna perception empathy that look really quick on Eli. Like it's more for my benefit than hers. It's kind of like a side thing for her. Yeah, she doesn't know. 0 successes, so.
Okay. Yeah, he did. You know, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. He looks like he's deep in thought for a second.
Come. Tiger?
Yeah, sorry. I was
Nah, I gotcha.
so.
No,
One second. Sorry, guys. Alright, so and he is here within the hall. Tell him if he wishes to claim ownership of the hall, he should at least have the balls to come and discuss it himself.
Prosperity is going to look at Lily or an Eli and ask, one of you go fetch him?
Lily will do the I'll go get him gesture.
And she'll nod her thanks. And she'll look to Lady Sif and say, I was actually hoping that we could... And she kind of pauses and says, I am not going to attempt to betray what he asked us to bargain for, but I am not above working with you to come to a bargain that fulfills only the barest of what he asks and not what he actually wants.
Eli kind of holds up his hand.
Yes.
So, I'm going to apologize really heavily ahead of time because my knowledges aren't quite caught up. Is he claiming ownership because he holds the weapon of Thor?
Presumably, you'd have to ask him.
Isn't there per se a weapon that might, who possession might trump that?
In Thor's Hall? No.
Like his father's?
In Thor's Hall? No.
Oh, okay.
Prosperity shoots Eli a look.
Hmm.
It's kind of like not necessarily side eye, but more like kind of a "what are you saying" kind of look.
He just shuts up. He apologized ahead of time for his lack of knowledge. So,
Where's this tiger? So I'm turning your volume on my end, Tiger, because I can't. You're a little bit quiet for me.
Gotcha. Sorry about that.
And Prosperity will just say, perhaps what I was thinking, and if you have a better idea, Lady Sif, I am more than happy to help negotiate it, was he could have, and she'll do air quotes, ownership of the hall, but only for certain time periods, and at all other times it would be your hall, as it should be.
She'll think for a second. I suppose we should wait to discuss this until he makes it in. And for the sake of fairness.
Prosperity will just nod and then step back. She'll clasp her hands. I still have my mind and prime side up, right?
Yes.
What kind of resonance does Sif have?
It's still kind of that warmth and growth and fertility and whatnot. But there's a shade of anger underneath all of that now. And we will go ahead and switch back to the main hall at this point. So Itrace is kind of standing there with his hammer. A bunch of the warriors are sitting and not glaring at him necessarily, but they look discontented.
There would be outright glaring if he didn't bring the mead, right?
If he didn't have the hammer.
So, Lily walks up to Archie. Hi. So I got a quick message from you from Lady Sif.
What is that?
Grow up here and come talk to her.
Oof.
I'll hold your hand. And she offers her hand.
Go inside. Take your hand.
Hannah will speak to Lily and say, "How's it going in there?"
You know, usual.
Well, I'll make sure to keep things nice and cozy here for you guys. I have an idea, she'll say.
She gives her a thumbs up.
She'll nod.
So back to Lady Sif's room.
Yeah, I think Joey said he was he'd be right back.
So, what have the
Oh, like
what
you
have
said, sure.
me, what have myself and the not the dwarves, the followers of Thor, what have we thought together?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
What have me and the other Thors, the followers, what have we brainstormed to see what we could do to help Lady Sif feel better?
One second, sorry.
Either 4 successes if deep thought applies, 2 successes otherwise.
Gotcha. She might like seeing her kids again. Magni and Modi.
Magni and Modi.
Yeah.
You know where they are?
Through, yeah. Through. They've been gone for quite a while. I know her daughter is supposed to be serving ale to the Einherjar in Valhalla. I'm sure where Magni and Modi have gotten off to.
Is there any horn or sign that would call them home?
Perhaps might be one. They might also be in Valhalla, training for the end times, as close as they seem to be these days.
Fair enough. She'll kind of nod at that and she'll say, well, I have one idea. Could always just hum a hymn, have it permeate through the halls. Perhaps Lady Sif will hear and it can maybe liken her spirits to know that followers of her husband feel how she feels. In solidarity, so to speak. At least until we can find her sons and daughter. How's that sound?
It's a very good idea.
And she actually pulls out her wand and kind of places it on the right in front of her on the table, along with the 3 top pieces of tasks that Lily gave her. And what she'll say is, she'll kind of rub her hands together and she'll say, and she'll just kind of, as they're just kind of sitting there, she'll actually start humming a little bit, and this is kind of what she hums. You know, something like that, something kind of cozy and morning, but also what's the right term? Does it giving it a sense of togetherness throughout the room.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
And while they're humming, if they catch along with the hum, I'd want to use a prime 3 forces to effect to kind of enhance the quality of the humming of the group, and use it as like a ritual instrument, and to take the quintessence use prime 3 to channel the quintessence into the vibrations of the humming, and kind of permeate it throughout the halls in a very calm and subtle way, if that makes sense. So
do you have charisma performance, or charisma expression, or charisma leadership?
Could I use it as the means to lower the diff of the ritual? Well,
Yes.
I already have it lowered because I'm using the my wand as the forces instrument, and for the prime instrument, I'm probably humming an Enochian once the other spirits do so.
Yeah, this is to get the other spirits to follow along.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Do I have expression? No. Do I have performance? Unfortunately, no. So I'm just going off of straight charisma. I'm
He
just
did
trying
say
to
leadership too.
Sorry?
Yeah, leadership.
He did say
Could
leadership as well.
at a higher diff, could I use a cult to maybe know a specific Viking hymn?
Sure.
Cool. What diff?
We'll just say it's difficulty 7.
Right, I'll spend a willpower point.
Okay.
Not bad. Two successes.
Alright. So it kind of starts slowly. The ones at your table closest to you kind of start humming, and others start to hum. And eventually, after a few minutes, the entire hall seems to be humming the same hum.
All right, and I'll do my ritual casting. So using Enochian, kind of humming a little bit in Enochian, and using my wand to reduce the diff all the way down to 3.
So good. Wait, you say
Alright.
3 or 2?
Difficulty 3.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Thought I heard 2 for a second. I was gonna be like,
Adam. Adam, what are you doing? All right, let's do this. So you guys continue your thing while I do some rolls.
Sounds good. Slide tree goes with Lily to the hall, or to the room rather. Towards, he'll walk in, holding the Ulnar in one hand and Lily's hand in the other. You say, so you wanted to discuss this, did you? Simple nod. What? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Prosperity is gonna kind of step in between and say, if it would be easier for you both, you can speak to me. That way you're not speaking to someone you very obviously dislike. If it'll help.
This is agreeable. That comes from both of them.
Okay.
Eli's just going to lean against a wall or a pillar or something or other and listen and watch.
So Sif says, what claim to this hole does he have?
And Prosperity will look and say to Aichi, what claim would you have upon this hall?
Well, I have the hammer, and I defeated the previous combat.
Her eyes will narrow and she'll tilt her head to the side, but she'll look to Sif and repeat that.
All right. Well,
Oh, dear.
let's see. I'm gonna
I have the worst timing, by the way, but hopefully it helps.
hopefully. I'm gonna. All right. Adam, give me a high or low.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Hey,
I have a feeling there's going to be like
I got 6 successes, man. Come on.
sumo wrestling fertility goddess in a second.
My gut is telling me hi, Tiger.
All right. It was a 4. It's a low.
I tried, guys.
So,
Tiger.
yeah.
Okay, so you are pretty well versed in my sphere set, correct?
If not, I have access to your sheet.
Awesome. Can you look at my sphere set and tell me if there is something I can do to calm this room down?
Let me take a look.
Line 3, you do an aura of calm, I think.
Yeah.
You could do it in mine too, technically. But
The
since-
problem with that is, I think that these two are both very easily going to be able to overcome that, and that's probably
Yeah.
going to make it worse if you fail.
Yeah. Like, I'm doing this because I thought that, this was a little bit of a more hospitable meeting, but apparently Atri wasn't fully disclosing the details.
Nope, he did not tell us he beat Thor.
You do not currently possess the ranks and the spheres by yourself to do so. However, you could attempt to co-cast, I would say, with Prosperity, because the two are both forbidden and have similar practices. That is, assuming you can communicate the idea in a short amount of time and in a way that won't let them catch on to what you're doing, because, I don't know if you guys know, but telling someone to calm down when they're already angry.
Mm-hmm.
It works all the time, doesn't it?
Sure.
I mean, I'm just saying Eli has common sense.
Yeah, Eli does have common sense, I believe.
I'm just
You can't use you can't use a mind effect to communicate either, because she has a mind shield that would have no way of knowing to lower it. Oh dear.
yeah, no. Trying to think creatively on this. Is the Avatar a spirit by chance? Are Avatars spirits by chance?
Technically, yes. However, it requires Spirit 5 to mess with avatars.
So,
So I couldn't call upon my avatar to, which is a dove, which is a spirit of peace and calmness, to calm the room.
Correct. You could not, because Spirit 5.
Damn.
so
Good hunt.
Lily's going to turn to Atri and be, of course, it was honorable combat. That would be the automatic assumption.
That'd be an assumption, sure.
Prosperity is just going to very subtly step back, but with the way she's stepping, she's very clearly on Sif's side of the room.
Fair enough.
Okay, so here's the deal. Why don't Lady Sith and Atri write everything down, and me and Prosperity can meet in the middle?
I think the time for words are really here. Sith will say. And there will be another pair of cracked thumbs. As two pretty swarthy looking, swole looking dudes appear in front of Sif. They vaguely resemble Thor. They have the red hair. They're very, very large, although they kind of look like they've been shrunken down a little bit. That makes sense?
Gotcha. Prosperity is gonna say, Atri, you weren't the one to kill Thor though, correct?
Oh no, I killed him.
She's just going to facepalm.
Yeah.
She's going to facepalm and grab. She's going to facepalm, grab like Eli and Lily, and pull them out of the way of what's soon to be a very nasty battle.
Oh, Eli's
She's
already
like-
off to one side. And
But before Lily, or before Prosperity does it, she's like, okay, we're trying to prevent Ragnarok here. Can you give us a little leeway?
Who is that addressed to?
Everybody.
It has already started. Have you not been told of Thimblewinter?
Oh yes, oh yes.
That is the first sign. Baldur is dead. It will be happening soon regardless.
But
Has
as
it not been prevented
Prosperity
before?
said, or as not Prosperity, Eli, Jesus Christ, I've called Prosperity Lily, and I've called Eli Prosperity. What is going on?
What is happening?
Okay. As
Chaos reigns.
Eli has stated before, that Umbra isn't the only realm that has these deities represented.
Is it accessible to me and mine?
Technically,
Yeah.
out of character, the dreaming is technically a part of the Umbra. She could, if he has a dreaming representation, she could be taken there to meet him.
Correct. But does anybody here have the lores to know that?
That's the problem.
Does Prosperity have any dreaming lore?
Prosperity actually has no lores because I
Should
forgot to
probably-
give her lore.
You should probably fix that. I would say you'd at least find out a dreaming lore, given what is on your sheet and has been from the beginning.
Yeah. We do lores really quick, so it's official. Dreaming
Yes, totally fine.
lore 1, mage lore 2, Ravenna lore 2 sound right?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Can I do
Right.
Order of Hermes Lord 2, Mage Lord 2? That would make the most sense for me, at least.
Yeah, you also get one more, the traditions, like the 9 mystical traditions.
Right. Okay.
What difficulty are you gonna put this at, Tiger?
I'm going to say this one's an 8 because it is technically requiring 2 different lores acting concurrently, but you've interacted enough with the Umbra to kind of figure it out, if that makes sense.
Okay. So can I spend a willpower point on this?
I'm going to say no, because it's a little
Okay.
difficult to will yourself to know how this shit works.
That's fair.
Is he rolling both lores at the same time?
He's just in
Two successes. Two
2
successes.
successes.
They rub against each other.
Yeah, while you were learning, you've heard your mentors, and you probably heard Diedne actually talk about it a few times since you've been discussing things with. There are areas where they kind of meet and rub against each other, where you could theoretically go from one to the other.
So she'll say, "It's possible, Lady Sif. It is definitely possible."
So the 2 swole-looking motherfuckers that showed up, kind of looking at Eitree, they look at Sif and say, "Mother, is this the one you called us to fight?"
Mm.
Please don't fight.
And she will nod, say, "I can be reunited with my love. I'll grant you this haul. But if you ever speak to me ever again, Eitree, you will not see Ragnarok. I can assure you of that."
Please.
Prosperity is going to bow very deeply and say, "We thank you for your generosity, Lady Sif." As she backs away and starts like gently pushing Eitri towards the door.
Eitree allows himself to be pushed because he's decided to stop being a fucking moron.
So once they're out of hearing, Lily's just gonna look at him. It would have been nice to know beforehand.
I told you straight up after you guys powered me up with the quintessence that I was going to go kill Thor and reclaim my hammer. That's
Prosperity.
on you.
Prosperity looks at Lily and then looks at Eitri and says, "I wasn't part of this." With
No,
her
you
hands up.
weren't. However, the shaman and this one, and the one outside in the hall, who seems to be making that humming noise. They were all there.
I have an idea, but let's go back to Midgard. Let's go back to Midgard, and let's not test Lady Sif's generosity.
He'll nod. Because at this point, the humming will be heard throughout the hall.
Come.
That's good.
Hannah, honest to God, Hannah probably completely misheard what he said.
Probably. Hannah probably doesn't remember it, even if she heard it correctly.
She probably just heard like he was going to go reclaim his old friend or something like that.
Yeah.
She'll say, "You know when that happened, I couldn't hear you, right? I just saw big cold blue spirit. Oh hey, let me offer him some quintessence and maybe we could be friends."
Whose fault is that?
Prosperity is still shooing them out of the hall, just kind of smiling at the warriors they're passing. Just like waves at Hannah when they get to the main hall. That's like
I'm
in a very.
assuming they're walking out as they're saying this.
Oh yeah, she's still like hurrying them out because she does not want to see what Lady Sif's like when she's actually pissed.
She'll just look confused and just tell the mini Thors like, oh, okay, guess I'll see you later. Oh, have a good one. And she'll kind of go, what's going on?
Turns out that and she's gonna whisper this really low so that the people can't hear as they're walking out. She's gonna wait till she's like gonna wave Hannah close. She's gonna say, "Do you have a mind shield up?"
She says, she shakes her head.
I'm gonna contact you with my thoughts if that's all right. Easier and quicker to communicate.
She'll nod.
Gonna go take a swig from her drink. One success. She just needs to send a quick burst with all the information they learned to Hannah.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
She'll just kind of like have this really confused and stunned look on her face, and she'll say, but I thought, and she'll say, and she'll wait until, she'll stop herself and wait until like they're out of the hall before they continue. Let me know if you guys can still hear me.
I can still hear you.
Okay. So, once they leave the hall, she'll say, I don't understand. She'll look at Idri. I thought you were just going to get a friend and talk to them and find them.
I made this. The dwarves take pride in our craftsmanship.
She looks confused and so you were going to...
Sorry. Go ahead.
Hannah just says, I thought... She kind of actually looks disappointed and hurt. She just kind of looks down and just starts walking with everybody. She rubs her forehead.
She was, to be fair, he did slaughter millions with this hammer, Thor did. However, you can't blame us for plans you put in place.
I mean,
thanking.
Just make sure you're there so you can translate to Nidhogg. Otherwise, I'll feed you to him myself.
That's fair.
Yeah, Prosperity's not going to say anything else till they get back to the whatever you call it, the real world, gray world, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, gotcha.
Like where?
Yeah. He's going to bypass all of that bullshit, slam his hammer down, and open a gate. It should take where I brought you in originally.
Should look actually and study it. Will it?
It will, yes. If you look through the portal, you can see the same area that you were in originally.
She'll
Yeah.
She'll walk through.
Prosperity's going to walk through as well. And as soon as she's through the portal, she just says to Hannah, "Can I get your contact number? I may need to get a hold of you for my plan to deal with this."
She nods and she'll just rip a piece of paper from her notebook and write her contact information down, email and encrypted email and phone number.
She'll nod and take it and put it in her pocket. And then she's jetting right out of the thing, calling up Lady Didney as she does so. She did teach her how to use a cell phone.
Fair enough.
So, once Lily and Archer by themselves, just kind of looking at them. I can't say I'm not surprised. All Norse gods or a bunch of dicks.
I'm no god, I'm a dwarf.
I mean, you took one on and killed it, so you always have his power level.
5, 4, 3,
By
2. Discreet across, I'm assuming. Okay. I'm assuming Eli also goes through.
Nope.
He's not going.
Eli's nowhere to find, nowhere to be seen.
Wait a second. She's just gonna count.
I mean, if he can survive there, let him go. If he doesn't, well, he didn't survive.
She just drugs. Alright, see you, Archie.
Eli just got handed his way into the place where he needs to be to get the other two ingredients. He's not leaving without at least attempting to.
If you see him, will you just kind of talk? Okay.
Alright. So, you're calling Lady Sydney, Joey, correct?
Yes, she is calling her, like, going somewhere private, but she's calling her and being like, how much do you know about spirits, Lady Didney? Lady Didney?
I only spent about 100 or so years in various spirit areas, so
I have a very strange question.
what's that?
Can you turn a spirit into a different spirit?
Theoretically.
And then she's going to explain the situation. She's going to sit down and explain the whole situation. And she's basically going to say that her plan is either to bring the version of Thor that the Fae interact with into the Umbra, or to find some way to turn Eitri into Thor.
That could be a mite bit complicated, but it is doable.
I have the number of another hermetic. Might be able to get in contact with members of the Modern Order. I won't tell them about you, obviously, but they might be able to help.
Do what you think you must. But I'm definitely glad to hear you won't be telling them I'm still around.
And she'll just say, I'll see you. Oh, would you like to read stories to a huge dragon with me sometime?
Yes. Yes,
Perfect. And then, yeah, she's just gonna small talk with her after that. So,
Is there anything anybody else would like to do?
Loads, but that's for another scene.
Well, she'll just look to Lily. She'll just look to Lily and say, "So what are we gonna do?"
I'm gonna shoot myself in the head.
I feel
Not
the same.
actually, but
Yeah, I feel the same way. And she kind of rubs her temples. I could have sworn he said something
like
different.
I couldn't understand him. He was in the Umbra. I was just like, oh, cool spirit. Let's give him.
Well, I guess that teaches us a lesson. Guess that teaches us a lesson not to do that again.
That is probably a good place to end it. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, future watchers, for watching. It's been another episode of Chaos at London. Hope everyone has enjoyed literally the only plotline that I have and ever will plan out ahead of time. Thank you, and good night.
Folks,